Hey guys, it's Elijah here. So, no intro today. I'm gonna be completely honest, this is a video I never thought that I would make. To this moment, this is a video that a part of me doesn't even know if I should make, but I'm making it because I wanted to be able to say just something, and I wanted to be able. I've said something already, but I wanted to be able to say a goodbye in a proper way, and I guess I just wanted to be able to say the words I needed to say when it comes to this situation. So, on June 19th, the world lost an amazing person. The world lost a daughter, a sister, a best friend, a partner, a lover, a fighter, a uniter, a truly amazing spirit at just the age of 22 named Selina Persaud. We don't know how she went. According to not just the friends that were actually around her, in other words, the friends that were talking to her, and even her family, whom my condolences go out to in both regards. It happened suddenly, and no one was expecting it. So when I got the news, it hit me pretty hard, honestly. I think to this moment, when I think about it, I know that she's gone, but it still hasn't, I don't think it's ever truly going to register with me fully, if that makes any sense. For me, Selena was a truly amazing person. Someone that I honestly don't know if I could picture a life where I've never met her. She was the first person to walk up to me during my intake to go to NYISE, which is the New York Institute for Special Education, aka the school where I pretty much did everything until college. After first grade, I did my intake to that school. I want to say during either, I want to say maybe during the summer. And when I walked into the computer class where she just so happened to be with, you know, her class that day, she was the first person to come up to me and say hi. She showed me around. She was so friendly. And from that moment, I knew that she was someone that I could never forget. Someone that I was hoping when I went to that school I'd be able to see again. And just my luck. I don't know if this was by the grace of God or just literally by me asking. But from what I found out later, it was because of the way we clicked. And not just me and her, but the way I clicked with the people in my class. That, again, by some grace of God or by just some sheer luck, I was allowed to keep her in my class from second grade all the way until the end of high school. Even when things moved on to remote learning because of COVID, she was still in my class until we graduated from that school. Now, I won't get into it because it's honestly not that important, and this isn't what we're here to talk about, but I will say that after high school, we had a bit of a falling out, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to speak to her for the last 2 years. So I think that's another reason why it hit me really hard when I found out from my friends that she passed away. I was hoping to be able to talk to her again, to be able to, you know, I guess get my friendship back with her. Because even though I was told that, nothing, no bad thoughts were had towards me or anything from her, it's a lot when someone that you've known practically your whole life just stops talking to you and you don't know why and you feel like it's your fault and you're blaming yourself for it. So that's one of the reasons it hit me hard. But another reason it hit me hard is because she was only 22. Her and I are the same age, but she's 6 months older than me, and I just wasn't expecting, this to happen. You never expect anyone to get taken from this world so young. She had her own battles that she had to fight emotionally and especially medically, because that right there is one of the things that made us connect. We both had a shunt. We both had the same neurosurgeon, rest in peace to him, who I hope is up there waiting for her to get to him. Because in her religion, it takes, I believe, almost a year, if not a bit more than a year, if I'm remembering correctly, for the soul to travel to heaven. So I hope that Dr. Goodridge, that my grandmother, and that her family who has passed, or at least the family members of her that have passed, along with mine, and so many of our friends, I'm hoping that all of them are up there waiting for her. That way she'll still have a family until, whatever happens, happens. But regardless, like I said, no one was expecting this. I think it's still hitting everyone pretty hard, even if no one else talks about it, because the funeral and the wake already happened, not in that order, but they happened, and I went to both, and I promise you that was, I think, the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It's something that I think I know a lot of people wish didn't happen. I'm still trying to come to terms with it myself, for all the reasons I already said, and also just because, again, I just can't believe that this is even happening. I didn't even know if this was a video I was going to make because I didn't know if I should, and again, I think a part of me really believes that this is a nightmare that I want to be able to wake up from. But I know it's not. I know it's real. And it's something that honestly I wish wasn't real. It's something that I wish didn't happen. And I know I'm kind of going in circles here, but I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, Selina, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for being my girlfriend for a time. Thank you for being the light that kept me going. Thank you for being the voice in my head that kept me here whenever I just didn't think it was worth it anymore. Even though you're not here, you're still the main voice that I hear whenever I think of just leaving. Whenever things get really hard and whenever I just can't do it anymore. I have a support system, but you're always going to be a part of that support system. And it may not always feel like a good thing at the time of it happening, but I'm glad that it's your voice that keeps me here. I made a promise to you to stay here for the people that I love, to stay here for the friends that I have, and to stay here for one person in particular to make sure that that person doesn't have to go through anything as long as I can help it. And I also made promises to those people, so nothing's gonna happen, but that doesn't mean it's not hard. What I can say is I will never forget you. You will never, ever be forgotten by the people who love you. There's always going to be something that we have to remember you. For me, it's a bunch of things. I've got the pictures from the only prom that I was ever able to attend because of because of COVID hitting and taking the other opportunity away from all of us. So I've got the pictures of you and I think there were a few other people in those pictures, but I don't remember. I've got those. I've got the videos on my channel, which, by request, are gonna stay up. I had no intention of taking them down, but, I know that I unfortunately don't have many. I have some streams with you. I have some streams with you, and videos, aka covers, or just hangout videos with friends. And those aren't going anywhere. And I've also just got your memory. All the memories that I can remember of the things we did together. All the times that we were in class together. All the times that we were at hangouts together. All the times that we went to camp together. Your legacy will live on in those that care about you, those that remember you, and you are remembered by so many people. Your family, your friends. None of us will ever forget you. Now all you have to do is rest in peace, rest in power, and hopefully you're now no longer suffering. Hopefully you're still on your journey to heaven and you'll be able to find peace and paradise again. And one day, when it's my turn, when it's the turn of someone else, we'll all be able to see you again. We'll all be able to join you again, and the nightmare here will end. But until then, I choose not to live in sadness, but I choose to live as the person that I know you would have wanted me to become, the person that I was hoping to become with you around, an inspiration to others, a motivator for others, and a person who was hoping to leave his own mark on the world when he goes to change this world for the better. And I hope that I can do your memory justice. Goodbye to a true friend. Goodbye to the only person who will ever have my heart the way you do. Goodbye Goodbye to a truly kind soul, someone who had her flaws, someone who wasn't perfect, but did everything she could to make this world a better place for others. Someone who was true, someone who was real, someone who will never be forgotten for everything that she's done, for every single life she's come across and changed for the better just by being in their life. Whether it was by being a shoulder to cry on, a best friend, a family member, or just a stranger who wanted to do right by others. Rest in peace now, and until we meet again. Goodbye to a truly beautiful soul, inside and out. Though I know you never knew it, or never believed it fully. Goodbye to a beautiful, kind, strong, determined person who once again will never truly be forgotten by those who love you most. And someone who gave people strength, someone who gave me strength, like I said already, who gave me a reason to be strong. And I honestly, even with the people that I still have, don't know how I'm going to be able to be strong like that anymore, but I will definitely try for them to continue being strong and to also carry your memory with me. Because I know that's what you would want me to do. Even if that's not what I want to do. Even if there are times where I just want to give up. I know that my work here isn't done, and that you would want me to see it through. So for you, I'll continue trying. It won't be easy, but I'll continue trying for you. I'll see it through until we meet again. And until then, I just hope that you're finally okay. 22 is too early, but I'm glad that you no longer have to suffer. That you're finally at peace. And that's what matters most. So until we meet again, whenever that may be, I love you. That'll never change. And your melody will never leave my heart. Though it may have left this world, I'll always remember you.